Hi, this is Marcia, and this is part two of a six-part series of getting started from how to teach from home. The next thing I'm going to talk about is Google Classroom. Your school might have Schoology, Canvas, Moodle, maybe you're using Seesaw.me as part of like a learning management system, or OneNote Classroom. I'm going to talk about Google Classroom right now just because a lot of my schools are using Google Classroom and some teachers just don't know how to get started. So this is a very basic kind of getting started, but it's still going to give you some tips and tricks. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to teach from home using Google Classroom. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually walk you through three parts. The first part is the setup, how to actually get started. Number two, stream and classwork. Number three, the next thing I'm going to talk about is checking your work. So how do you actually look for student completion? And believe it or not, it makes it pretty easy. So let's get started. All right, first off, one thing you're going to do is I'm going to actually show you real quickly how to create a class. You're going to go into Google Classroom. You're going to hit the plus sign. You're going to put the name of the classroom right there on your screen. Fill in the columns that you need to. You don't have to fill them all in. You can go ahead and then just hit create. Next, the very next thing that's going to pop up is going to say invite the students. So this is your opportunity where you're going to copy the code, send it out to your students in an email. The third thing I want you to do is I want you to explore the different settings. When I was working with my sister yesterday, when she was setting up her Google Classroom for the art classroom, she's like, oh my gosh, Marcia, the students, they're going, yo, bro, what's up? You could turn off the comments if you wish. Another thing I need you to do is take a look at how you can actually go in and grade, what it looks like. So take a look at the settings. Explore both sides of the settings. One over by I call it the sandwich, and then one by the wheel. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about stream and classwork. Stream. The one thing I want you to talk about is stream. A stream is basically like a Facebook page where everything is just loaded in one long giant stream. Kind of like a river flowing, just everything goes. But it's going to have the first items at the top of the list, and then it's going to go sequential down. Classwork puts it into categories. Do you see in the video over here where I have the different categories going on, where I have like, oh, here's March workshop, here's virtual meetings. So classwork works where you can tag it to different subheadings. Think about it as a folder. So now we're going to go in and we're going to talk about how to assign an object for the students to complete. So you're going to go into classwork or stream. They both feed into each other. And I'm going to go to assignment. I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to go find a document. And I'm going to upload it. The more you have in Google Drive, the better, because it's just going to push it right through and it's going to make it easy for you. So I'm going to go ahead and entitle it. I'm going to give them some instructions if I need to. I'm going to pick what class I want to see this. So for example, I'm having here a class progression board, pulling it right out of my drive. It's going to go right, I decided to do game board that day. So I'm doing a game board. It's going to go right into the game board. Kids have all the resources there. Now I'm going to go pick which class I want to do. So I'm going to go in to the side here and I'm going to show you that I can pick all of my classes or I can just pick one of the classes. So I'm assigning the date. And here comes the class. I'm putting a tag on it. So again, in class stream, it's going to be there. I'm putting game board here so you can see here in a second. All right. And I will then push it out to the students. And the students will have that right inside of their classwork. Bingo. That's it. Let's take a look at one more time. So here we go. I'm just going to give you another example. All right, this time I think I did the progression board. So here's the progression board. I'm setting up the progression board. I'm typing in progression board. Now I'm assigning to both classes. So I'm going to go over here. I have test classroom or blended learning classroom. So now I have the opportunity for the students to go in and they'll be able to have it assigned to both of them. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at how to check the students' work. So what I'm doing now is just showing you that the people are the students in your classroom. You can go in, you can monitor, you can add, you can delete. Now let's take a look at the grades. Inside the grades, what I like is kind of a progression board in itself, all the different activities that the students need to complete. I click on a specific activity and I'm going to be able to see exactly what's going on. So think of it as your topic. So now inside of that topic, I can see who has actually turned it in. I can go in and click on anybody who's turned it in, give them feedback, give them a grade, and then I'm going to hit the word return. When I hit return to the student, it is going to actually send that back to the student, so they're going to get it and say, oh yeah, this is exactly what I got on this grade. So make sure you hit that return, and then you can actually have that posted right to the students and they know instantly their grade on that activity. So make sure you leave comments, make sure you hit return. But then what I like about this is that it actually sets it up for, on the side, it's going to have everybody who has turned in, who has not turned it in, and who has graded. So it automatically will start to cipher through all your students for you, which makes grading a little bit easier when you're getting 125 pieces of work getting turned into you on a given day. So there is setting up my Google Classroom, checking work, getting started, how to actually stream versus classwork. If you have any questions, let me know. Remember, this was part 2 of the 6-part series. Next, I'm going to be talking about connecting with students. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.